There are very few YouTubers I hold in very high regard these days. Even less so from the olden days of YouTube, back when it was only just starting. And of those people that I do hold in high regard, very, very few make it past that. In fact, only three. There's one that stands firmly atop, and that is Pat and Jen from Popular MMOs. Now, I planned to make this video before, but I didn't know how to approach it. Now that I've seen some things that are going on in the world, I do want to make this video. I would also just like to say, Pat, if you by some miracle come across this video and have the patience to give it some attention, thank you for everything you've done for me and all of us of my generation over, you know, the last 15 years, really. Like, it's insane what you've done for us. I do want to just say, Pat, if you are watching this, you're the one person who I would recommend not watch this video. This is going to be a video made for people of my generation and maybe the generation after who were born in time to watch your content. It's going to go through a lot of your previous relationship with Jen, and in the mental situation that you are now, I don't know if it's a good thing for you to watch this video. So if you are, I would seriously, seriously recommend you click off. Right, now with all the emotions out of the way, there is a question that I wish to ask all of you out there watching this video. What was your first Popular MMOs video? Do you remember it? Because I do. I'll show you.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat, and today I have another mob battle.
Think you know what video this is? Leave it down in the comments below.
Dragon, and
It's
honestly, I
actually
tried to, but the Ender Dragon doesn't like care if he gets hit. He
Like,
kind of just keeps flying around, so it didn't really work out.
diabolical, really.
I'll see if there's.
Now, for those of you who might be too young, or maybe you just never saw him, Pat, or Popular MMOs, but most people my age and slightly younger, slightly older, we all know him as Pat, was a Minecraft YouTuber back in the day. But prior to this, he was known for doing some stuff in World of Warcraft, RuneScape, hence the name Popular MMOs. So here, as you can see, we go into his YouTube channel, Popular MMOs, and if we instead sort by oldest, you can see here everything RuneScape, Atlantica, RuneScape, Terra Online, World of Warcraft, Rift. As you guys can see, he very, very clearly wanted to do a lot of stuff in the MMO space originally. Now, most, if not all of you, will know how this story goes. Pat doesn't really work out in the MMO space. Minecraft comes along and he becomes one of the most successful YouTubers ever seen. But just how successful was he? How deep into the wallet of YouTube did this man get? You see, a lot of people actually fail to realize just how successful Pat from Popular MMOs was. Now, just to give you a reference point, okay? PewDiePie at this time was always the king of YouTube. Pat from Popular MMOs here, when Minecraft was not quite at its peak 12 years ago mark through to 2014-ish time, starting to peak, got to its peak, and then eventually died. Pat was earning the amount per month that PewDiePie would earn in a couple of days. Not many people actually realize just how successful this man was. Now, I need to make this clear from the get-go, but Pat never ever got even close to PewDiePie's subscriber count. I believe back then he had somewhere around 20 million subscribers, maybe even more. Pat from Popular MMOs was sitting, from my very rustic memory, at around 7 million subscribers. He and the another YouTuber in the same sort of zone back then, Sunday, they had the exact same crowd watching both of them. It was kind of a daily thing. You got home, did homework, and then you got on your iPad, your 2011 iPad, to watch Sunday and Popular MMOs. Sunday and him would have been the sort of main two competitors that were sharing the same fan base. Keep in mind, guys, this guy has 4.6, you see it? 4.6 thousand videos made. This guy uploaded twice a day, every day, for years. Now, if we scroll down here, you can see here we have 58 million views, we have 41 million views, 39 million, 35. You can see here that he has some very successful videos. Now, but if Mr. PewDiePie, Mr. Felix, has videos that are even more successful than this. The problem is that Pat's videos average an insane amount of views. So like, for example, I've got my mouse in freewheel at the moment. Let's just freewheel, see where we end up. So you can see here, 7 years ago, 7.8 million. We scrolled through a lot of videos to get here, and here's still averaging 7.5, 7.4. I mean, if we scroll up even a little bit, it goes up so quickly. 10 million views, 11 million, 12 million. The start of 12 million here. You can see all of these videos just with an insane amount of views. You know, like there's just an entire section that's just dedicated to videos with 20 million views, as you can see here. Now, of course, when talking about Pat and Popular MMOs, you cannot talk about either of them without mentioning Jen. Now, for those of you who don't know, Gaming with Jen was originally Pat's then wife. She joined the YouTube grind 12 years ago, as you can see right here, alongside her then boyfriend, Pat from Popular MMOs, and eventually they would join up and do almost all of their videos together on the main channel, Popular MMOs, with this being her Gaming with Jen herself. Now, when it comes to husband and wife gaming on YouTube, these two, as far as I am aware, were the original. This was a very unseen thing on YouTube back then. Nowadays, not so much, because women nowadays are quite often included in playing video games. But back in the day, that just didn't happen. And so this was something incredibly unprecedented, but was very interesting, and it was a very interesting dynamic between the two of them, because Pat, who had played games for years and years, was obviously the far superior person who was playing these games, and so he invented games that involved quite a lot of luck in order to balance out the skill level between him and Jen, the most famous one being the Lucky Block games and the Lucky Block Challenge, and quite a lot of stuff to do with Lucky Blocks. It was an interesting dynamic, so much so in fact that most other YouTubers around that time, such as Sunday, Mr. Craner, these guys would attempt to copy it, with Sunday bringing on his wife and Craner bringing on his girlfriend. They were incredibly successful, and there was a whole meta sort of built about bringing your partner on to your channel, almost completely started by Pat. Now, there's something interesting about their old content that I would like to talk to you guys about, and I'm sure some of you who have gone back to relive your childhood memories, like myself, have kind of found out. Unlike most old videos from 2014, 2013 days, their old videos are still incredibly palatable to this day. And they're, let me show you. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pat, and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and we are doing another Lucky Block race. Ow!
What did you just do?
I knocked my headphones off my head.
Hey, guys.
Oh God. My wire's stuck.
Oh my God.
All right. Ooh.
All right, try that again.
Ooh.
Redo.
All right. Rewind.
Rewind.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat, and welcome back to another Lucky Block race.
Hey, guys.
So today we are doing another Lucky Block race.
Yes.
Epic ones ever. Look at it. It's beautiful.
It looks gorgeous.
I actually switched out the blocks for emeralds because I thought it went like really good with the track.
It looks so regal. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
Okay.
Calm down. Calm down. Okay.
Do you see what I mean? It's legitimately funny, and it shouldn't be. The internet evolved a long time ago past these sorts of antics, and it's just, it still works, and no one really understands why, as far as I can tell. The videos are still funny, even though they're poorly edited, they're still entertaining. I have a bit of a theory on why that is. Hear me out. So my god tier unknown theory is that Pat and Jen were both live streaming before live streaming was a thing, and live streaming without being live. The reason and why I think this is the case is because they probably did on every single one of their videos one take, excepting the intros where they could have a script. They did a single take per video showing off whatever they were looking at for that day. And that's just kind of how they went. Who else does this? Streamers. And because as a streamer, your options for editing are limited. Like, I can do as many retakes as I want of this video in order to, you know, get it to where I like it, or I think it's acceptable, or, you know, if I want to improve it, I can. But I genuinely don't think Pat or Jen ever really did this, except maybe in intros, outros, as you saw earlier. Even then, sometimes it was left in. So they were just doing one take for, you know, their videos for the day, every day for years. And eventually they just got so good at it, they could just be naturally entertaining without needing to do any editing, because the entertainment value was in the content they were making. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal content. It's still good content to this day. As you can see here, I've gone into the Google Trends and put in each of their corresponding search terms that would have been searched back then. And as you can see, Popular MMOs comes out on top, even topping Skyder's Minecraft. Now, I just wanted to add in this little tidbit. It has nothing to do with the video, but I just thought it was incredibly wholesome, and I'm honestly surprised by the internet that it does this. But, as you can see here, as we move along the graph, there's Popular MMOs, Sunday, everyone's sort of going down. And that purple line is Technoblade. Look at that. Well done, guys. So, Oak, you're telling me that he had good content, good views. He was killing it with views, so much so that it didn't really matter how much subscribers he had, and that his subscribers were still interested in listening to his content even through the destruction of Minecraft in 2016 and 2017 through to around 2019. Then what's the problem? Why is he not making content? And that, my dear viewer, is because one part fell loose. You see, Jen wanted children. Pat did not. They eventually decided to go their separate ways, as any regular and normal person should. The problem is that they kept recording videos whilst this was happening in the background. And they had gotten so good at their roles on the internet, where Jen would play games with him and he would guide her through the game. They were so good at acting it out that no one, like, they announced it, and it was a complete blindside to the entirety of their community. Now, the reason why Jen leaving was so important and so critical to Pat's really living is because Jen was now essentially also Popular MMOs. When you thought Popular MMOs, you no longer thought Pat. You thought Pat and Jen, them two playing together. That was Popular MMOs in everyone's head. That's the problem. Popular MMOs was built on, you know, a channel being a husband and a wife playing Lucky Blocks together and just enjoying each other. And once that marriage had failed, Popular MMOs too almost immediately stopped working as a whole. This does not mean, however, that there weren't any attempts at all to resuscitate the channel. Pat tried a few times, and so did Jen, but it never really worked out. Let me show you. So as you can see here, here is the "We Are Breaking Up" video. And as we scroll up, problem isn't the fact that they're still getting a lot of views, okay? The problem is that what it feels like watching their content is someone playing with another person who doesn't want to be there is the problem, but needs to be there by virtue of the fact that they are part of a group. It's kind of like Jen was being called into the office for a meeting she didn't really want to attend. Her very happy very charming demeanor is not present in any of the following videos after the breakup really happened. And then eventually Pat got engaged to this other girl, and it was just all very awkward to watch as a whole. And this, at this point, the channel entirely started to self-destruct, which ultimately leads us to where we are now. Pat has gone through a few things, as many of you will know. He's had a few incidents. I'm not going to report on those. I just want to tell the story of what's happened about it from my perspective, from my childhood. If you guys want to go off and have a look at all that yourselves, feel free. There's heaps of content on the internet about it, because he is a big figure when it comes to people our age. Right, now the part that I've been dreading doing. Because when it comes to this stuff, for a man who doesn't usually get all that emotional, I get pretty emotional when it comes to talking about this stuff. And so, on the off chance that, Pat, if you ever do make it through the whole video, or if you chose to watch it, and Jen, if you're here as well, thank you. You know, um, it's having you guys as people who I could look up to when I was younger was one of the best things that really could have happened to me and to a lot of us. So yeah, you guys really did do a lot for me when I was younger. And really did make the world a better place for a lot of young people my age. So thank you. Thank you both. Right. I went to Weenie Hut Juniors, got my boo boos kissed, and now I'm all good again. So if you guys are still watching and you enjoyed the video, please like it. Please comment and tell me your thoughts. Give me your genuine thoughts. What was your guys' childhood like with this? Because obviously we're not all gonna have the same. My childhood was a very positive outlook on them, and really everyone in the whole circuit. Obviously there were some negatives, but overall, what a time to be alive, guys. Honestly, it was good. It was really good.